Good morning, investors and traders. This is Naeem Aslam, Chief Market Analyst, back with the husky voice because, of course, it's a winter season. As long as I have flu, I don't mind. But let's continue and then look at what exactly is ahead in terms of our markets. So today we are going to discuss about crude oil, and which is sitting at 5 months low. So let's have a look at the price action with respect to the support and resistance levels, and then see if there are any opportunities for us within that. As always, before we continue, it is important for us to go through disclaimer and risk warnings. Anything which we'll be discussing in this video cannot be perceived as an advice. If you are seeking for one, please do consider consulting with your own financial advisors. Now, as always, I'm going to bring out the MT4 platform, which can be downloaded from our trades website. So, folks, let's have a look at crude oil by looking at the daily time frame. Now, something that I kind of wanted to discuss with you guys, that in our previous videos, if you look at the oil videos, any of the previous ones that I've done, we talked about price going into these particular price levels, the 34 to 35. The price, of course, went a little bit below that, but that is what you call a stop loss. So you don't want it to put a stop loss at the exact point. You want it to leave a little bit of a leeway, and then now the market is bouncing back up from that particular price levels. So two important things to note. First of all is that the price has moved back above the 200-day simple moving average, which is right over here. But the second, which is positive in terms of the price action, but the negative things comes from the fact that the crude oil price is still trading below the 50 and 100-day simple moving averages on the daily time frame, as you can see. So the next biggest challenge in terms of the price is going to be somewhere around here where the 50-day moving average is trading. So just let's say in around this area. But if the price clears this area of resistance, then the next level of resistance, the next level of the major not major resistance, but the next level of resistance is going to be near the 200-day simple moving average. So let's make these ones a little bit more different than the rest of them, so that we know that these lines that we are drawing, they are not our major resistance zones, but in fact what they are is they are our minor resistance zones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change them into dashed lines, just like how you can see it over here, so that in order to make that difference for us, that when we look at them, we know that this is not a significant area of resistance, but it is an area of resistance which needs attention. It is an area of resistance where the price can swing back to the downside. Hence, we need to keep in mind how to know that if the price reverses. So now, in order to do that, so let me just put some levels on the chart so that you guys can really understand. So this is your resistance, a minor resistance. So I'm going to say capital MR1, which is stand for minor resistance. This over here is going to be minor resistance number 2. And so these are the price levels that we got to be careful about, we got to be mindful of, when we are trading in terms of the price action. Now, when we look at the major resistance in terms of the price, then we are really looking at these particular levels, the one from 41.34 to 42. So that this area is still classified as the major area of resistance. So let me just get rid of all of these ones, and let me just mark this one a little bit, just sharpen this one up a little bit more. So in fact, this area, it can be classified as a significant area of resistance, but then there is another area which is right on top of that, which is 53.10 to 53.85. It's going to run at the top of these candles, so that is the area of resistance. So overall, we have very lot of resistance going on, and I think the opportunity in terms of trading this one can really be to the downside rather than to the upside, because I believe that this market overall is likely to reverse again from here. But if we break above the 50-day moving average, then really all bets are off under those circumstances, and that means the price will move to the downside. So once again, the support level, I'm not going to change it. I'm going to leave it at 34 to 35. I think that is a great area of support. This is where the price can again, as long as it stays above the 200-day moving average, we can see another move to the upside. But if the price reverses, for instance, if the price starts to reverse from where it is, sorry, like let's say if the price goes from here to here, or it could start to consolidate and then it starts to reverse. If the price reverses and then comes back and then tests again the 200-day moving average, folks, the chances will be that the price will not be able to stay above the 200-day simple moving average. The chances will be that the price will break out of this support zone, and the next support zone under those circumstances is really going to be in around this price level, which is your 29 to all the way to this particular price level. So 30 or 31. So these are the price levels. So let's change the lines so that we know that this is the major support zone, because anything which is major, we wanted to change it into a solid and a bit more thicker line. And what we can also do at the same time is that we can change our resistance zone lines, the colors for these ones, into red, so that we know where our resistance is and where our support is. So similarly, right click over here and then change the color to red. There you go. So we will do the same over here. We will change the color to red. Again, the reason that we want to do that is that we don't want it to get confused. I mean, for me, it's okay. I can look at the price and I can tell whether that would be my resistance or whether that would be my support level. But for traders who are literally starting off, I'll highly recommend you guys to have different color. So in terms of resistance, you may want to keep that as red. In terms of a support, you may want to keep that as green, because those, it will help you to identify them. So now things become a lot more clear, because I know this is my support level number one, this is my support level number two, this is my major resistance, and another one over there. And between them, I have other resistance zones, minor resistance zone number one, minor resistance zone number two. All right, that's all for today, and I'll see you guys next time.